What's up, YouTube? I apologize for putting the wrong video. I'm trying to hurry up. I'm trying to hurry up and do this. You said I talked too much and too long. Apologize for the t-shirt tails. It was 9 months old. I didn't realize that. And it was a great reaction. I thought it was new information. I thought Mark got fired recently. Come find out the video was 9 months old, and we clearly know it's wrong information. I still love t-shirt tails. Tisa. I'm sorry, Tisa Tails. There's too much shit to remember, man. I gotta remember how to say her name right. I gotta remember the 9 months. I gotta remember to apologize. Then I gotta I can't do this, man. Can't y'all tell? I cannot. This is not where I belong. I'm supposed to be in the back somewhere. Anyway, check it out, man. And Trump daily act. Okay. Melania outed as Epstein girl as Trump daily act exposed. Oh my God. Man, y'all hit that subscribe button, hit that bell. This is 8 minutes long, man. The album is dropping. August the 1st, which is this Friday. We also working on setting up where you can buy, if y'all really want to support Uncle Mike, you can buy my album. It ain't no cussing and all that type of stuff in it. And I did everything, 100% everything by myself. I haven't decided what we're going to do, but I'm about to. I can't believe that Dr. Umar guy, man. I cannot believe that, man. I cannot. That brother, I thought he was straight up. You know, some people, they ain't gonna like you, just like Trump. Some people ain't gonna like you, some people ain't. But I'm thinking that all these people got a little bit of very bad shit they doing. All of them. On the Democratic side and the Republican. The Democrats let all these people cross the border. Did y'all see how easy these people crossing the border? You need to look at them type of videos. These people, tractor trailers, carloads of people hiding in the trunks and pickup truck. Why you think they doing that? They wouldn't even try this shit if it was, hey, you court, come on up out of there. There's so many people getting away with it. Yeah, we got here safe. We got here safe. Out of everybody that come across that border that's doing this, whatever, trafficking, they probably catching maybe 3% or something. Yeah, man, y'all. Now Trump done raised the percentage it up. At least 60 to 70% is being caught. Oh my God, I can't. This is what you had to look forward to when you grew up. When you was a kid, you ain't care nothing about none of this mess, man. Now that it's in your face, I cannot stop looking at it. And the more people they arrest and the more people they pick up, the more people complain, ICE is not doing it properly. F them. What is wrong with you? These people, they here illegally, but they didn't do nothing. That's my friend. I don't give a sugar what it is to you. Your friend came in here for all these years illegally, and you had a nerve to actually give him a job at that restaurant. Gave the person a job for how many years? He's a manager. Without him, we couldn't open up our other store. Well, guess what? He was in this country illegally, and you supported that. What is wrong with us? When the finger is pointed to us, we gonna play the victim all the time. You ain't who gonna be a man and step up? Oh my God, who is gonna be a man and step up and say they did wrong? Anytime something go down, I try to figure out what the heck did I do wrong and how could I have done it better. Meanwhile, you got people like Dr. Umar can raise over $1 million without a product or a service. He raised $1 million without a product or a service. If you gave him a half a penny, you should be embarrassed. This man talking about he gonna open up a school and it's been over 10 years. Ain't no school come out. Even an online school, we could have done better than this. Y'all better wake up, man. If Uncle Mike telling y'all to wake up, you better wake up. I cannot believe some of this stuff I'm seeing up on this daggone YouTube channel. I wasn't expecting this. I was expecting to be educated, not to teach somebody. Trump sitting over there running a campaign tomorrow. He gonna release some files and he ain't do shit. Now they talking about letting the girl out so she can go be with her boyfriend. They say he committed suicide. Yeah, right. Probably took him back to his island. We don't know what the heck they doing back there, showing us this weak footage of his jail cell, and we supposed to believe it. We know that we don't believe it, but we can't do nothing about it. We can just sit here and make videos and don't. If I was y'all, I wouldn't vote for none of them I wouldn't vote. The whole United States should sit, whatever the next election is, just sit it out. Fuck y'all. Y'all ain't doing shit for us anyway. Now see who gonna mess up and cheat and lie and steal on the daggone election. Ain't nobody showing up to the polls. We sick of this mess. You lie to us as soon as you get in there. You don't do nothing you say you're gonna do. Man, let's hit that subscribe button, hit that bell, man. Let's check this thing out, man. This is ridiculous.
About Donald Trump fantasized about killing his wife, and the way he fantasized about killing her is the way that she died. This is according to Michael Wolff, who has a story about him explaining the way that he'd like to kill his wife to Jeffrey Epstein. Insane stuff. It's insane. And then I had the report on how she actually did die. And we're also learning too that Melania Trump is very involved in the Epstein scandal. Now, Melania Trump has been largely avoiding any of the controversy, but that might not last long, and let's make sure of it. Here is what Michael Wolff, that author, has to say about Melania's involvement with Epstein.
Melania is nowhere to be seen. Ivanka is nowhere to be seen. This must be a horrifying story for them.
Okay, well, two points. She never is by his side. You know, all of those courtroom appearances, did she show up once? I report in my book that one of the aides approached her and she said, "Nice try," and then laughed. But, and this is probably for further food, she was very involved in this Epstein relationship. I mean, there is this model thing, but and Epstein talks about, and she's introduced by a model agent, both of whom Trump and Epstein are involved with. She's introduced to Trump that way. Epstein knows her well. Epstein says the first time Donald Trump and Melania have sex is on his airplane.
Ugh. One thing I've always wondered, and this is all speculation, of course, but I've always wondered, was Melania one of the Epstein girls? Like, was she one of the people in the ring, and then Donald Trump got her out of it? That's always something I've wondered. Like, if she wasn't obviously like a Ghislaine mastermind bringing girls into the system, but was she one of the girls?
So this is another complicated dimension in this. Where does she fit into the Epstein story? Where does she fit into this whole culture of models of indeterminate age?
Yeah, well, I think that is the question, isn't it? That Melania Trump has avoided scrutiny, but that is how they met. And that's something that's not discussed enough. And what did Melania know? When did she know it? I think we should be starting to ask those questions. Now, that same biographer, Michael Wolff, who has just been going on a tear lately, also said that Donald Trump, when speaking to Epstein, fantasized about killing his then wife, Ivana Trump. And this is very graphic, so just be aware of that. But I want to play this for you because it's important that we know what is being said. And then I have reporting on how she actually did pass.
Ought to apply. CNN has uncovered
video of Jeffrey Epstein at Donald Trump's 1993 wedding to Marla Maples. I have a backstory about that because Epstein and Trump at this period, the closest of friends, and when Marla Maples came to Donald Trump and said she was pregnant, he panicked, and he went to his friend Epstein and said, "What am I going to do? She says she's pregnant and she's going to have the baby. I'm going to have to marry her." I mean, I think it's important to note how much these guys lived in another time. I mean, this is a conversation that could have taken place. Such conversations did take place in the 1950s.
I also want to point out too that Donald Trump was confiding in Epstein. The only reason why Epstein knows this is because Donald Trump told him. And this is not something you tell an acquaintance, right? This is something you tell someone that you know very well and very intimately.
And Epstein said, continuing this in the 1950s vein, "She's lying to you. She's just trying to get you to marry her." And then they went through a long discussion about how he could figure out if this was a lie. But in fact, he ultimately went to the doctor with Marla Maples, and indeed she was pregnant, putting him into a bigger panic. And he went back to Epstein and says, "Now what do I do?" And Trump said, "What if I pushed her down the stairs?" And Epstein said, "Well, you could murder her and then you would go to jail. Or perhaps even worse, nothing would happen. But you would have pushed her down the stairs, and when the divorce happens, that would be something she could testify to in court." As I say, grim. And just let me add that one of Donald Trump's main political tropes is always the American flag, to such an extent that it is as though he owns the American flag. So let's just take it back.
Okay, a little unnecessary commentary on the flag there when talking about Donald Trump potentially murdering his wife, but yes, we should take back the flag. That's why it's behind me. But regardless, that is a very interesting story, very kind of disturbing story, but more so because Ivana Trump died 3 years ago, almost 3 years ago exactly. And here's what happened. Ivana Trump was found unconscious and unresponsive at the bottom of her stairs in her apartment, according to police sources. The police were investigating whether she fell, and if so, whether the fall contributed to any way to her death, sources said. On Friday, the medical examiner said her cause of death was blunt impact injuries to the torso, sustained as the result of a fall. The manner of death is an accident and is not suspicious to the medical examiner. We have 20, 30, 40 years ago. 30 years ago,
dude.
Donald Trump hypothesizing.
It's sadder to even think that people make this type of stuff up, man.
Pushing Ivana Trump down the stairs, and then, wouldn't you know it, before all this happens, that's exactly how this woman passed. I'm not saying anything. I'm not saying Donald Trump did it. I'm not saying he hired someone to do it. I'm just saying that's a very strange coincidence. It's a very strange coincidence. I'm glad this is all starting to bubble up, because I think what's really interesting about all of this is the more you look into it, the more questions come up. And as we talked about a few days ago, Roy Black, Donald Trump's Epstein's former lawyer, suddenly died. They're saying because of old age. I'm just saying that was Epstein's lawyer who knows a lot. And now we have Ghislaine Maxwell interviewing with Trump. Ivana Trump, who was around during that time, suspiciously fell to her death after Donald Trump said that would be how he would do it. Take that as you will. But certainly we need to be looking into these things. We need to be asking questions. And Melania Trump, I do think, has a lot more to answer for than she has been. Let's keep following this. If you want to follow along, please do subscribe. If you like the video, hit like. It does spread it further when you do that. And I'll see you next time.
This is crazy, man. This is crazy, man. I think I'm coming with the answer little by little. I really think so. And I think if you want to be rich, famous, or powerful, be in the music industry, whatever the case may be, to live that lifestyle, there are different rules that you must pass. You must be willing to sleep with another man. Allegedly, I don't know if these are rules or not, but it's somewhere I'm getting close. You know how you play, you hot, you cold, you hot. Or you gotta be willing to off somebody. We gotta prove that you can keep your mouth shut. If you willing to do them 3 things, you can pick one. You ain't even gotta do all 3. But you gotta be able to keep your mouth shut. Apparently, that's the part that we gotta have something on you. And the number one thing we want to have on you is we want the world to know or not know if you are. I think the reason why that list came out, I think the lying dude ain't never had no he ain't never had no real, he wasn't gonna put that list out in the first place, is what I'm trying to say. And I know good and well when he was running for president, people, man, you crazy, you gonna put the list out? You know I ain't putting no list out with my name on it. Then he talking about he running the president. Man, they ain't going, and behind closed doors, he tell everybody like, dude, they don't believe me. And they mad, and your real supporters, us real believers, Dr. Umar, us real believers, Puffy. I was a Puffy fan, man. I didn't like his music. I didn't like him as an artist. I was in love with Bad Boy and the Bad Boy sound, Biggie, everything they was doing. Come find out he over here. This man got over 100 cases, men and women, kids. I interviewed the girl that he allegedly shot in the face. Somebody else went to jail for 10 years. How come this Shine went to jail for 10 years? Ain't nobody else do no time. Nobody. You got to say something right about these pictures, man. You got in New York, the girl was set on fire in the subway, y'all. Y'all not getting this? She was in the subway. The dude was in the country illegally for the second time. How is it so easy to get into this country so illegally? I'm trying to figure this stuff out, man. It ain't no gray area with me, man. You either yes, no, right, or wrong. When are we gonna get this? And we Trump, nah, Trump. If you don't vote, then they mad at you. And they tell me that our ancestors died for us to be able to vote. That's wrong too. At first, we didn't have a choice. It was a no. Our ancestors died so we can at least have the choice to vote like everybody else does. Not for us to go and vote and push a button for people we don't even understand. Don't get me started. Half of the time when you vote, you don't even know who you voting for. Go ahead and lie to me. You vote for a president and everybody else you don't even know about. Half of the people that vote don't even know the difference between Democrat and Republican. Don't get me started. I sit back and laugh and joke and have fun because I want my life to be fun. But I feel sorry for a lot of people, man, especially when they letting people walk across the border with notes on stapled to their chest, or they dropping babies over the wall. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. Then we take them in and clean them up and ship them off to some place. Where you shipping them to? You should drop them right back over top of that wall. Hell, why not? Everything you got to do, oh, that's not nice and this not right. So you know what you do? As long as it look like it's right, then these little kids that you've been dropped over the wall, you know what they do? They put them right into trafficking. Then that's that, and now you happy because at least we cleaned them up and put them in our system, our child protective system. Y'all heard what Allie Carter said. She ain't the only girl that's saying this. She is not the only girl that's saying that there's something wrong with the child protective service. And you think that just because it look good, it's shiny and got it. Soon as you crack that little seal of shininess over, is a wolf behind that daggone sheep clothing. Long as it's shiny, you happy and look the other way. Shame on you. Let's fix this stuff. I'm out of here, man. Hey, I don't know what I'm talking about. I clearly don't know what I'm talking about. Only thing I do know is something needs to change. And these smart, quick talking people, they are wolves in sheep clothing, and Uncle Mike is going to expose all of them. Shame on you. 9/11 was a joke. Shame on you. Go look it up. Stop letting these people feed you that lie. Oh my gracious, man. I cannot believe we bought into all this stuff. We bought into all this stuff, man. Y'all take it light, take it slow. Tell them Uncle Mike told you so. Peace out. Peace out.